Welcome everyone. Do you want to make this in your Ninja Foodi Grill? Yeah, everybody does. No, really. If you want to make this in your Ninja Foodi Grill, it's just gorgeous. Go to the store, get some chicken. This McCormick GrillMates Applewood is the best. That's what we used on this chicken today. And yeah, come on over to the counter and let's get this chicken started. To get started with this recipe, we're actually going to preheat today. So you're going to make sure your roasting pan is in, splatter shield is in, and we're not going to put that silicone round in until we add the chicken. If you add that silicone round to protect the bottom, or mine's losing its nonstick coating and that's why I'm using it today. Things burn on there now and I have to actually scrub them off. I've lost that nonstick feeling. And just go ahead and lower the lid. I'm actually going to select air crisp and I'm going to turn it down to 350 and I'm going to hit start and we're going to let it preheat. Let's move on over to the chicken. And look at that lovely bird. This is it's a little over a 4-pound chicken, but we're going to cut the back out of it and then we're going to flatten it out. So let's just go ahead and put a disclaimer in here. I am not a butcher and I probably should have YouTubed this or Googled this on how to do this. And I'm going to have to use a knife instead of kitchen shears. I don't have a pair of good kitchen shears. And I am just going to go ahead, since I'm cutting the back out, it's going to clean this up just a bit. So his little back is like right here. So what I'm going to do is just cut along the outside just to get it started. And this is not going to be perfect by any means, but you will be able to flatten this chicken out. And kitchen shears, like I said, work much, much better. There we go. And let's do the other side. And there's probably a much better way to do this, but we're just winging it here. And the Ninja Foodi is preheated already. Kitchen shears would work so much better. But I just wanted to show you that you can do this with a knife. And like I said, I probably should have Googled it. But this will get the job done. So I'm going to take that back portion right out of there. Now you can clean this up and keep this to make stock with. Just pop it in the freezer and then once you get enough of bones and chicken bits, you can make some stock. So I'm just going to bring this over to the sink. I am going to bring this bird over to the sink and clean this up because you have a little bit of internal organ, shall we say, to clean up. So let's go over and do that. This is what we're ending up with, and I cut it right here, this rib right here. Yeah, I kind of messed this up, but you know something? Don't fret, don't worry. It'll all taste good in the end. And I'm going to take, this is an Applewood seasoning by McCormick GrillMates. I am going to go ahead and take this seasoning. You always want to season both sides. And I put it on a cookie sheet because it just catches all the overflow. And I tend to be heavy-handed when I do this. You can use as little or as much as you want. And I do take a little bit of oil to moisten this seasoning up. I think it helps it stick better and it moistens it so it just creates a nice paste. I am going to go ahead and flip this over. Take this paper towel to get some of this moisture out. And I kind of like the cookie sheet idea because it contains everything. And then we're going to flatten him out just a bit more. Beautiful. Just wipe him off. And before I get my hands too dirty, which I probably should have done this before from the start, I'm going to take like between 2 to 3 tablespoons of room temp softened butter. And yes, we're going to take some of this wonderful Applewood rub from McCormick GrillMates. I'm just going to pour some in here. I just take a spoon, spatula, fork, whatever you have. And I like to mix this up. This is just a little secret of mine because I like to baste the chicken breast. I put this under the skin and I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. Now I've tried this putting the dry rub right underneath it. It just doesn't come out as good. And for a few extra calories, it's worth it. So I'm going to turn this so you can see it. And I usually just take my finger, get up underneath there and just loosen the skin away from the breast meat. You're going to do the same thing with the thighs. Just find your best entrance. Let me turn this so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to go in here just like this. Try to get over to the leg, but it's kind of hard. There we go. I'll go in here. So I try not to break it apart from down here, because I want that is open just a bit. So I don't want all that butter just to ooze out. And this one is a little bit challenging. So you can use like a little paring knife to get up in there. There we go, broke it free. Try to get over to the leg. Now you're just gonna, you can put gloves on if you want, but I can wash my hands. So you're gonna take some of that butter with that rub. I'm just gonna put this right into the chicken. Right underneath that skin. This is an optional step. You don't have to do this. I find this works better when you use a fat. Let's go to that thigh. We're going to see if we can get some of this over to the chicken leg. It's a little hard because I don't want that to open. There we go. We got some over there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's put a little bit more. Spin. I'm just trying to make this easy so you guys can see it. And since this is all contaminated, you might as well just use all this butter. Butter and bacon make everything better. Beautiful. Alrighty, let's finish this guy up and get him in the Ninja Foodi Grill. We're gonna take more of this Applewood seasoning, because I do love this. Pick his little arms up, because you want this seasoning everywhere on this. I am going to take a bit of oil. Just put my hand there so I don't get it all over the counter. Now the last time I cooked one of these, his little leg became, I don't want to say dislodged or whatever, but it was like flapping in the breeze. And I did mess up one of the ribs that holds it all together. So I am going to try to use these skewers. These actually came with the Ninja Foodi Grill. And I'm just going to see if I can put it up and in so it holds everything together. Let's see if we can get this in here. I'm not sure if it's going to hold. Hopefully this will hold. Once again, if you guys have a better way, let me know. And I should have done my homework. This is ready to accept our chicken. Go ahead and raise the lid. We're going to go ahead and put our silicone round in there. And we're going to lift this bird up. And we're just going to place it right on the bottom. Yeah, should get a little bit of sizzle. Just want to make sure he fits nice. Go ahead and shut the lid. Now remember, the temp is 350. And I'm going to raise this up. To make it for easy math for me, I'm going to put it on 1 hour. It's just easier that way to figure out the cook times. We're going to come back in 20 or 25 minutes and probably flip this chicken. But then we're also going to go ahead and put the roasting rack in because I want it up out of those juices. A little late, but about 30 minutes has gone by. Look at that beautiful bird. What I'm going to do, there's a lot of grease in there. Holy mackerel. I'm going to see if I can lift this out, put the roasting rack in, flip it over so it's out of that grease, and we'll brown the back side of it. See if I can get under here. This is real world cooking. I just want you guys to see this. Pick it up, and I do have a baker's rack with a sheet pan underneath just to put that in there. And that is a lot of grease. What you could do right now, which is, I don't want to say, well, yeah, it is dangerous because that's hot, hot, hot grease. I'm opting to I'm just going to leave it right in there. Place your roasting rack in, and let's see if we can flip this guy over. You don't have to flip it, but I'm just going to give the back side of this just a chance to brown up just a bit. And I think it goes for like a more even cooking. And I use these mitts. Be careful because it can be hot. Now that is going to be very, very close to the heating element, if not touching it, but that's okay. I've done this before, so I'm just going to go ahead and lower the lid. And before I do this, I just want to stick this instant read thermometer in. I just want to see what temperature we're at. Put it right in the thigh. Hang on. Alright, that's like 140. I'm just going all over. I'm trying to get to the thickest part. It's about 140, so this guy is almost done. So I'm only going to let it cook for maybe 5 minutes on that side. Then we're going to put a little bit of barbecue sauce on it. Let it cook for like a minute or two and flip it back over. I want barbecue sauce all over this chicken. So about 3 to 4 minutes is going by. I am going to go ahead and raise the lid. And I'm going to use, we're using Sweet Baby Ray's today. That's what I have in the house. Just going to put this all over this. Take your brush Beautiful. And I'm going to close the lid. We're going to let this cook for probably like 1 to 2 minutes, and then we're going to turn this, we're going to turn the chicken over. 1 to 2 minutes has gone by. Now we're going to take this chicken and we're going to turn it. Now once again, there's no right or wrong way to cook your chicken. Do whatever you're comfortable with. Some people don't want to take the time. I don't want to say don't take the time. They just prefer not to have to flip a chicken. I don't mind doing this, and I just rip the skin off. Bummer. Let me grab my other mitt. This is why I like these mitts. There we go. This is beautiful. See, now when I put this back over, it's not going to land down in those juices. He's beautiful. He's gorgeous. Let me just do another quick temp. I'm constantly temping towards the end of cook time because I do not want this overcooked. All right, yeah, this is going to be done. It's 161, and with the carryover, it's going to be completely done. So what I'm going to do, that is just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful color. We're going to take some of this Sweet Baby Ray's, put it all over the place, use your brush, get into all the nooks and crannies. Now the skin would be crispy right now if we took it out and sat down and ate it. Now when you apply barbecue sauce, that crispy skin turns into a moist skin. So don't expect this to have crispy, crispy skin when you add barbecue sauce. This is going to be so good. So, so good. Go ahead and lower the lid. We're going to let this cook until I like the color, and yeah, probably like 3 to 4 minutes we're going to let this cook. I want that barbecue sauce cooked on there. Oh yeah, look at that bubbling. Beautiful. Now I want to take this out without disturbing that wonderful glistening. Yeah, this is spectacular. We're going to do the best I can. For a side note, I want to let you know that every time that you flip this chicken and whatnot, be sure to wash all the utensils that you use to flip it, because the chicken wasn't 100% completely done, so just, you don't want to contaminate in the kitchen. Just a little side note. All right, let's get this guy out of here. And I swear to God, I think I washed my hands 150 times. Well, that's kind of an exaggeration, but I washed my hands a lot. All right, let's see if we can do this. See, it's just an awkward angle. Plus he's top heavy. All right, I'm trying to get underneath this guy. There we go. Just gonna mess up the top a bit with the barbecue sauce. And we're just gonna put it right over there. Perfect, yeah, just the top just messed up a bit. So we won't photograph it from that side. This is beautiful. I am gonna give this guy a rest. And I did check it, he was 161. So I know the carryover temperature to cook this bird, it's gonna go above 165. But I don't want it too much above that because, you know, it might end up to be dry. Time for that taste test on this gorgeous, gorgeous chicken. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna bring you over to the counter so we can look under the skin because I wanna see what it looks like. Well, I already know what it looks like. You guys don't, so yes, our taste testing is taking on a different turn today. Because I want you guys to see underneath that skin. Yes, I'm using my fingers, but this chicken is actually for me today, no one else. Well, unless my brother stops by. I'm just gonna cut it and do a surgical incision there. I'm mostly just showing you what it's like under the skin. Look at that. That's that seasoning that I put under there. That's like the chunky part of the Applewood seasoning. And it flavors the breast meat extremely well. And since I have you here, I am gonna slice off just a little piece. And of course, all that seasoning is on there. It's still quite warm. Do you see when I press on it? Lovely, lovely. Time for that taste test. Now look, one more time looking at this lovely bird. Beautiful. I'm gonna use my fingers today, and we're gonna do that taste test. I'm gonna wipe off just a few of those seasonings so we don't just get a mouthful of seasonings. Yeah. Wow. Oh, sorry, I was gonna take another bite. Yeah. This is super good. That butter basted that chicken breast beautifully. And, yeah. Couldn't help myself. Sorry. That's really good. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit the notifications button. And don't forget to subscribe, everybody. please and thank you. And you know something? I want to see who watched this video until the end. Did you notice I finally got my hair done? Yeah. Comment down below if you noticed it. And yeah, we're going to throw in some bloopers at the end too. I'm just having fun here. So thanks everybody. If you make this in your Ninja Foodi Grill, leave a comment down below and let me know how you liked it. You don't have to just use this seasoning. Use the seasoning that you like, okay? It's your chicken. Hold on. It's your chicken, your kitchen, your seasonings. Make it yours. Bye, everybody. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Butter and bacon make everything better. Oh, yes, indeed. To wash my hands this time, I needed Dawn. Breaks up grease and gets it off your hands. I tried using hand soap, it just wouldn't come off. So I resorted to Dawn.